All right. So I wrote the stuff down that we're going to do tonight, guys. And you can come close so you can see. Priming mental and physical. We've done the mental. We sat in there and did it. We did the physical, right? Yes. So in theory, we're like primed and ready to go. Yeah? Okay. How many times have you guys done this stuff? A lot?
Well, like this stuff?
Just in general. Like that, where you sat in a dark room and never? How about those particular drills? Like that?
I've done some. Yeah, I've done some.
Some kind of like that? Okay. Good. The more you do stuff, the better you get. Okay, so like the first time I give Chris priming stuff, it might not prime him that well in the beginning. But if you stick to that process and you do it over and over again, you'll get better at it. Kind of like the pitching stuff, right? Okay, kind of like Velocity Max, when you guys are doing all of your sequence series and everything, like it actually prepares you once you've done it a few times. So like guys, priming is something that we do every night. When you guys go through and you do your stick work with Mikey, right, where the hips are staying stable and we're working through torso moves and the torso staying stable and we're working through hips, that's a priming exercise. When you do your active mobility, that's priming. Okay, when we do a drill like med ball scoop tosses, that's priming. We're priming our body to work. Okay, now come a little closer and tell me what this says. Swing plane. What's below it? The first one. Axis check. All right, so Whit, come here. Stand here like this is the plate, right? And you're going to hold this like it's your bat. Okay, so you guys see, you see Whit right here, right? Okay, now he's standing. He's in a good straight up and down position. Now, go ahead and get in a hitter's position. Hold up. Yeah, okay, so what's the first thing he did? He got lower, okay? And then look out at the pitcher, man. Get this move going. Show me what it looks like. Pitcher's out there. Yeah, look at what his shoulders did, guys. You see this axis that he created? And when he loads, go ahead and load and put your foot back down. Put the front foot back down. Boom. This back shoulder is higher than the front shoulder. He's created an axis, okay? An axis check is something that you guys need to do when you get into launch. Is my axis the way it should be? Is your posture the way it should be? What is posture? Okay, so get back in your position. He wanted to swing the bat. You can't swing this, baby. It's too big. Okay, go ahead, make the move. What is posture? Boom. You see this little thing he did to get forward? Now, I think your head should be upright so you can still see the pitcher. I still think this should be stretched. Yeah. This is posture. This forward lean he's got is posture. Okay, and then what's the last one? 50-50. What is 50-50? Okay, so do the whole thing again. Get into your launch. He gets into his launch. Guys, go ahead. Boom. All right, everything is 50-50 right here. He's got shoulder axis. He's got posture. So now when he starts to turn and swing his bat, that's going to get him in this position. This is your swing plane, guys. That's what swing plane is. Go stand over there. You need all three of those things. Your axis needs to be right, your posture needs to be right, and your 50-50 needs to be right. Okay, now, how long are you going to stay in your axis that you create? That's this, right? That's the shoulders. How long are you going to stay in that? Pretty much all the way through the swing, assuming that the ball is in a good punch range with that axis, right? If the ball was very low, you might have to change that. If the ball's very inside, you may have to change that axis a little bit. But generally speaking, if the pitch is where you prepared for, that axis is going to stay the same. How about your posture, fellas? How much does that need to change if the ball's in that general area? Posture doesn't need to change much. So when your spine rotates and your axis stays the same and you have good posture, your rotation leads your barrel through the zone. 50-50 allows for the barrel to get from here to out there. Here's how. What is this? I'm expressing a hammer. This is like extension. This is what extension is. I have no axis. I have no turn. If I'm doing this and I create a loading axis, what does it look like? It's a bat tip, right? You've seen like Barry Bonds and Gary Sheffield do this. Okay, I'm creating a loading axis. And then when you load an axis, where does it go? The opposite direction. Okay, so we just took this. If I add a turn in, it goes to this. How far is that going, Whit? Is that going in front of the plate or no? No, it's still deep, right? Like that would be a foul ball. Okay, what's the part that's going to get that barrel to get out front? Turn is one. I'm already starting to extend away from me. How about the forward move into 50-50? Now watch, guys. This, turn, that. Do you guys see what that looks like? The momentum. So that Happy Gilmore drill we did over there where you guys had momentum, if you do everything you're supposed to do like you did on the no peel, the momentum should lead you out front. So where did I tell you to put the tee on the Happy Gilmore? Further away from you and out front, right? Knowing that momentum was going to get you there. On the no peel, we're closer to us and we're deeper. Knowing that, hey, we're not going to be able to reach. Does that make sense? Because guys, everything works in here. Boom, boom, boom. You blink every time it happens, right? Because it's so nice. It just looks so good. Those are the moves we're trying to make. That is swing playing, guys. Okay? And if we're doing all those things right, then we can move on to having an approach.